First, let me just start by welcoming you all today. I have to admit, I have been really looking forward to this day and to talking to you about some of the things that we've been up to at Juniper for the last few years. But I thought, just to start, I'm going to start with a little bit of history. 1996, a few engineers got together and decided to do something that has never been done before, to build the world's fastest router. Now, I had the privilege and honor of joining this team in January of 1997. So I've just passed my 18-year milestone at the company. We set out to do this under extremely difficult competitive situations with a limited budget. We gave ourselves 2 years to do what we needed to do, and we managed to do it in 2 years and 4 months. Revolutionized network with a fundamental new approach to developing high-performance routers. Now, we were really never completely ready for what was in store for us, for all the challenges that we would face. But we overcame each and every one of them because we knew just how important it was for us to do what we were doing. We recognized that the industry required us to do what we were doing. You see, at Juniper, we truly believe that our mission is an important one. We recognize that while things, human or machine, are fundamentally limited in certain ways in their capabilities, when you take those things and you connect them together, amazing things happen. Those limitations essentially disappear. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about a CPU in a data center or the power of a human mind organized in a company. Those connections between people and machines make us incredibly powerful. That's the mission that we're on. So yes, we at Juniper develop fantastic products, great switches, routers, security appliances, but at the end of the day, what keeps us going, what motivates us, is this understanding that we have a greater calling. What we're doing is we're enabling scientists to bring clean tech energy to communities, making this world a better place. We're helping researchers find cures for deadly diseases. We're bringing education to third world countries. That's not just the what we're doing, that's the why we're doing what we're doing, and that's what motivates us all in this company. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about our strategy at Juniper. But before I do that, I thought it would be interesting and useful to give you a bit of a perspective of the history of networking, because if you understand what has happened historically in this industry, then I really do believe that you will really understand why it is our strategy makes so much sense today. And I would characterize the history of networking, the history of this industry, in 3 major eras. There have been 3 major transformations that have happened, or that are in fact in the process of happening today. It started out in the early 1980s with this advent of TCP/IP as the one unifying protocol, the protocol that essentially unifies all networks in the world and becomes the platform for carrying all types of traffic, whether it be video, business, residential, mobile, it does not matter. Now, I recall in the early days when I was at Juniper, there were still discussions and debates in this industry about what that protocol would be. Well, fortunately for us, our founder, Pradeep Sindhu, made the right bet. Had we not bet on TCP/IP, I would not be on this stage right now. In fact, Juniper would not exist as a company. We are a pure play in IP. We bet on this tectonic shift happening in the industry, and we bet right. Let's fast forward. The second major transformation in this industry happened in the late 1990s with the advent of what we call the packet forwarding engine. Now, Juniper not only participated in this transformation, we in fact caused it. We were a pioneer in what happened in this era. And really, it's characterized by a fundamental new way of thinking about how to develop a networking device by cleanly separating the different layers of a router or a switch into management, control, and forwarding. And in so doing, we've allowed ourselves to choose the optimal silicon technology for each and every one of those layers and accelerated the pace of innovation in the networking industry altogether. Now, it's true that our peers in the industry have followed suit. This is not a novel approach anymore. Clean separation of layers has become the norm. But had we not acted as a catalyst back in this time frame to truly change the way in which you architect a next-generation router, I do not believe that the internet would have scaled at the rate that it needed to back in that time frame to support the incredible innovation and the dot-com boom that was happening. Our innovation was real, but our timing was just impeccable. So let's now fast forward to what's happening today. And I would characterize the transformation that we're seeing in this industry, and it is a transformation, with one word, and that is automation. Automation, simply said, is converting large amounts of human labor that's error-prone and mundane into automatic machine labor. And that is an extremely important concept, not just for our strategy, but for this industry. Now, certainly today, there is a lot of dialogue, important dialogue and discussion that's happening in this industry around SDN, NFV, virtualization, you name it. Really, really important concepts, and concepts that we as a company are investing in. But to me, these are all a means to an end, and that end is automation. Virtualization, what is it at the end of the day? It's introducing a software layer between the infrastructure and the applications. It's interesting, but virtualization in and of itself is not interesting enough. Virtualization enables automation, and with automation, all of a sudden, virtualization is one of the most profoundly important shifts that are happening in this industry. Automation has hit other industries and has had incredible effects. It has not yet sufficiently hit the networking industry, which is why you're going to see that in each and every one of our product announcements, solution announcements today, automation is that common thread that binds it all together. Okay, so that's the perspective. Now let's talk a little bit about our strategy, and I'll tie it all together. We want to be worldwide leaders in network innovation. To do that, we need a focused strategy. Starts with go-to-market, where we focus on our vertical markets and our customers that truly value the kinds of solutions and products that Juniper is very good at. Many verticals today, many of our customers, whether it be in cable, telco, cloud, financial services, or government, have seen the power that the cloud delivers in terms of crushing operational costs and also improving agility. These are the kinds of customers that we really value because they very much value the kinds of solutions that we develop in this company. We also recognize that with a very highly focused strategy, we must rely on our partners, whether it be our channel engine, our alliance partners, our technology partners, our go-to-market partners, to complete our solutions and to help us deliver those solutions to the widest set of customers around the world. So our partners are an integral part of what we do here at Juniper. From a technology agenda, two important dimensions. First, performance. And I would include in this dimension performance, scale, reliability, the security of the network, the resilience of the network. Very much important attributes of the network that I, quite frankly, believe that today get somewhat underappreciated and underestimated. We at Juniper cannot lose sight of how important performance is to our customers. And I will tell you that it is actually becoming more and more difficult to achieve the scale and performance that our customers demand for their networks. Transistors aren't getting much faster from generation to generation. Memory technology is becoming a major obstacle. Heck, the thermal challenges that we encounter in building highly scalable, high-performance equipment is becoming increasingly difficult. But these are not excuses. Our customers demand performance, and for that reason, we have to overcome all of these challenges with innovation. And trust me, there is still plenty of room for innovation to achieve great levels of scale and performance. We couple that dimension with the dimension of automation, what I just talked to you about. Fundamental, not just to Juniper, but to this industry. And we at Juniper intend to lead in automation as we have done very successfully in performance. And we take these two dimensions and we apply them across each of our product areas: routing, switching, and security. All equally important to the solutions we deliver to our customers. Which brings me now to a little bit of a teaser, if you will, about what we're doing in each of these areas. I'm not going to give you all the details. I'm going to leave the major punchlines to Jonathan when he gets up here after me. But let me just talk about each of these in general terms. In routing, we've been busy working on a very exciting project over the last few years that will revolutionize this space. And we will revolutionize it in two important areas. First is performance, and second, equally important, is the economics of routing. Now, why would we do something like this? The fact of the matter is our customers want us to. Traffic is growing at an incredible pace, and it's not just any traffic, it's IP traffic, and it's not just growing a little, it's growing a lot. And our customers are trying to deal with this onslaught of traffic that's coming from video and mobile, and they're trying to do it cost effectively. This is where we come in. We have developed groundbreaking silicon technology currently in the lab, in the PTX, moving packets at rates that have never before been seen in history. And we will ship this technology to our customers in the PTX this year. But we will not stop here. We're going to couple this silicon technology with a really impressive software layer in the form of our Northstar controller that has very powerful algorithms that have the ability to peer into the network from end to end and make decisions about how to automate and optimize the network to make it as scalable and as efficient as possible. So not only do we offer our customers never before seen rates of performance in their infrastructure, but we give them the power to utilize it with the greatest amount of efficiency possible. Honestly, when it comes to routing, we are now years ahead of the competition, and we're just going to make it very difficult for them to catch up after these announcements. Let's talk a little bit about switching. When I travel the world and I talk to our customers, executives of large telcos, Fortune 500 companies, many of them have the same challenges. There are common threads, common themes that emerge in these discussions. First and foremost, the movement to the cloud, whether it be public or private, it's real. It's happening. The benefits are clear. The benefits in terms of agility and cost optimization are very much real. But they want to do this in a very particular way. They want to make sure that they invest in infrastructure that can keep up from a performance and scale standpoint to their demands, to their business demands. They want to make sure that they choose infrastructure that is open in every possible way so that there is no possibility of vendor lock-in. And with the fast transformation that's happening in this world, they want to invest in infrastructure that can provide them with the flexibility to adapt to a changing environment. The programmability and flexibility is probably one of the most important attributes of the products and the solutions that we're providing our customers today. Now, two and a half years ago, we did a bit of a regroup and a pivot in our switching strategy. We decided that it would be really important to do a few things differently, if you will, at Juniper. And last year, you saw only the beginnings of the new product introductions that are the result of that strategy that we took a couple of years ago. Great products like the QFX 5100 top-of-rack switch, or more recently, the announcement we made with the OCX 1100, the industry's first, what I believe to be, carrier-grade white box approach to the data center switching market. But many of you have asked us, well, what about that spine? Where is that spine? And we've been somewhat silent about it intentionally, and we took our time, but we have built a spine switch. Why did we take our time? It's simple. We wanted to make sure that when we shipped our new series of spine switches, that they would be truly differentiated. Not a me-too product, products that are fundamentally different than what's out there in the industry today. Certainly, you can expect the openness and the programmability, and certainly from Juniper, you can expect the world leadership in performance and scale, but we've gone far beyond that to ensure that our customers do not have to accept the types of compromises that they need to accept when they go with competitive solutions. And here again, software is an incredibly important theme. We are incredibly proud of the progress that we have made with Contrail. Well, we are now engaged in at least 100 customer projects, many of which have seen real deployments, and many of those that are in deployment are tier 1 telcos, infrastructure and software as a service type companies, sovereign clouds around the world. The momentum here is very strong and provides us with a very powerful tool for automation in the cloud, both public and private. We're also equally proud of our partnership with VMware because our customers want a seamless experience when it comes to building out their infrastructure with VMware orchestration, and we're providing that as well. So what's left? Let me spend just a couple of minutes on security. When I talk to our customers about security, it is clear that it is a top-of-mind issue. And it's no longer just a top-of-mind issue for CIOs. This is a top-of-mind issue for CEOs, even for the boards of directors of Fortune 500 companies, in any discussion that has to do with risk. So security has become an incredibly important part of any conversation around the network. Now, some of you might ask, Juniper, why even bother? Why even bother with security? Focus on routing, focus on switching. Here's how I would explain this. The uptime, resilience of our networking infrastructure have always been key selling attributes of our solutions throughout the years, from the very first product that we ever shipped at this company. Our customers counted on the networking infrastructure to stay up, to stay reliable, to make sure that business continuity was never something that they would have to worry about. But it is the very success of IP, that one unifying protocol, that has made it very attractive for the bad guys out there to focus their energy and effort in going after that thing that is so important for our customers, which is resilience and business continuity. And for that reason, it's very important for Juniper today to take a much more active posture in how we maintain that reliability of our infrastructure, the resilience of our infrastructure, by integrating security into the network. But that's the key here. Security and networking are one in one for us. What we need is a far more focused strategy that looks at security from that lens of network resilience, and that's essentially what we've done. Over the last few months of executing in this way, we've made some incredible breakthroughs in security, and you're going to see some pretty impressive improvements that we have made with a highly focused strategy and a high leverage strategy that takes the best of what Juniper has to offer in software and in silicon to provide incredibly sophisticated and incredibly powerful high-performance security infrastructure to secure the solutions that we provide our customers. So, just to tease for now, and you'll hear a lot more details about each of these, but let me wrap up before I introduce Jonathan up here by saying a couple of things. Each of the product announcements that we're talking about today have a lot of a foundation of listening to our customers. We have really gone around the world and not only talked, but listened to our customers about what it is that they need most to satisfy their challenge, to satisfy their business needs and address their challenges and their concerns. For that reason, I am incredibly optimistic about and confident about these products and solutions in not only their differentiation, but in meaningful differentiation that addresses the real problems in the industry that are at hand. Now, strategy alone is nothing without execution. And the last year was a busy year for us as a company. We've streamlined, we've reorganized, we've made it far easier to make decisions and to innovate. And I can tell you, after 18 years here, certainly Juniper is not a startup anymore, but it certainly feels like that again right now. It feels like we're innovating as a startup. We've organized ourselves to innovate as a startup, and that feels honestly very good. Another reason why I'm so confident about our future in this company.